Greetings, exalted ones.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the next installment of my Mastery of the Force series. Today we have Luke Skywalker, the son of the Chosen One, and probably the strongest Jedi of all time. I say probably because you could probably argue that Anakin as a Jedi maybe was the strongest, who knows. That's kind of getting away from the point though. We've got Luke for today, so we're going to go over all the stuff just like we've done with the rest of the heroes and the villains that we've covered so far. But I appreciate all the support with this series. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you get those upload alerts for all the gameplay on the channel. And let's start talking about Luke Skywalker. So I'll say Luke is probably the best Jedi in the game. I think Anakin has a lot of versatility that's useful for the team, but in terms of all circumstances, Luke is probably the most balanced. That's probably what I should have said to start. Luke is the most balanced out of everybody. Great offensive capability, great defender. You can't mess up playing as Luke. Obviously outside of spamming swings, because it's very tempting to do, because I'd say he's probably the fastest in the game. Between he and Rey, they both swing incredibly fast. Anakin's up there as well, but anyway, let's go ahead and get into his Force abilities. Alright, so for his Force abilities, we're going to start off with the Force Push. So, just like I said, it's a Force Push. He's going to knock people back. Great way to knock people off the match, or to get yourself some separation if you need to heal up. Or it could be used as a finishing hit, to get your kill. A couple different things here. Luke is able to do his Force Push when he's jumping. So if you're beginning to jump, and you start up that animation, you can do a Force Push all the way up until your ascension. Now, once you get to the peak of your jump and you start going back down, you can't use the Force Push until you land on the ground. But that's an incredibly useful tool. Battling people like Boba Fett, Palpatines who jump around, Bosk, and then of course the other Saber players can all jump high. It's incredibly useful for securing a kill, so if someone's trying to jump and evade, just jump behind them, do your Force Push, and as long as you're going up when you do it, the attack will go off, same way as if he was on the ground. So I've used that to knock people off the edge if they were on a higher perch than where I was. Like I said, to secure the kill, so Boba Fett might be trying to fly away with really low health. You jump up and get very close in the same radius as him, do your Force Push in midair, that secures a kill. Now switching over, the next ability is the Repulse. So for Luke's Repulse, he sends a burst of energy as immediate proximity. So it's similar to the Heroic Might. It doesn't have the same charge up as Heroic Might. This one is a fairly quick attack. So you'll see him just do the animation where he slams his hand on the ground, and you'll see the energy around him shift. So once again, this is a great tool to catch people from out the air, especially someone like Boba Fett. If they're flying around and they get close enough, this is going to knock people out the sky. This can knock them down. Once again, if someone's airborne and you hit them, they can't block it. So this is something that will cause people to get knocked down, and then you can possibly land a couple of attacks off of it. Alright, and then you have Luke's Rush attack. So the Rush, essentially Luke does like a dash forward. It's a single base hit. I feel like I've seen it a couple of times where it looked like it may have did 2 hits of damage, but it's honestly just 1 hit. It feels like it was possibly hitting someone else on the screen when I saw that happen before. But you'll see Luke dash forward. This is you can technically block it if you have your lightsaber, or you could possibly shift out of it, but for the most part it's similar to an unblockable attack. One useful thing with the Rush attack, if you're fighting against General Grievous, and Grievous is doing his unrelenting advance, you can do a rush through that attack and break his block. So even though he's got all those lightsabers in front of him, you can rush through it and he'll get damage off of it. That's a great way to kill a Grievous if they're low health and do an unrelenting advance trying to deter you from going forward. You can rush through that. And that's kind of a broken concept because all those lightsabers in front, nobody should be able to penetrate through that, but it is what it is. It's the game. So the Rush attack is a great way to be aggressive or to kind of get out of situations. It's one of those attacks where you can, I know there's a star card where you can reduce some of the damage off of it, and we'll talk about that when we get there. But in general, you do take a little bit slightly reduced damage, and just as a base ability of this. So some combinations you can do with your abilities. It's kind of tough to string stuff along with the Force Push because obviously you're knocking them away from you, and depending on the situation, unless you're like fighting indoors where you're pushing them into somewhere with close proximity, for the most part what you'll do is you can do a repulse that should knock people down Some people can go flying from that attack still, just depending on the momentum or what's happening. I've seen Mauls go flying away, doing their rush attack forward. I do a repulse and it catches them and they just lose their balance and just go flying off. But for the most part, people will stay fairly close by. So you do a repulse, you're normally able to get over to them with a rush attack depending on the proximity. So that's something you could try to pair off a combination with. And then vice versa, you could do your rush attack, get behind the person, then do the repulse. And as long as you're still behind them, that'll knock them down. Then you could pair off a force push from that, or you could start swinging on them or do another rush attack. So there's a little bit of ways to combo some of the attacks. It's not as fluid as Anakin, but it can still happen. Alright, so we went over the abilities. Let's go ahead and talk about his star cards now. Alright, so when I did a preliminary check of Luke's star cards, similar to that like Count Dooku, or I think it was Count Dooku when I did his Mastery of the Force episode. But anyway, all of these star cards will be useful for any game mode on here. They really did Luke some justice with these. Everything is to his benefit. It'll work for Showdown, Heroes versus Villains, Hero Supremacy. Can't go wrong with this. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start off with the first one. This is one that I'm running. So we have Epicenter. Repulse will deal bonus damage to targets standing within half of its radius. So this one takes a little bit of discipline. Sometimes I'll want to use the Repulse as people are like right on the outskirts of it, so I can get the attack over to them. But if you're patient enough to wait for them to be close enough within your radius, you get that 40 bonus damage. It's always useful to just get extra damage where you can. This can be really useful if you're fighting alongside someone like Anakin, so they do their force pull, and you're waiting for the person to get so close to you, and whether in midair or when they land on the ground, you're going to do this repulse and get that 40 extra damage off. So definitely useful, any play style, any situation. Deflection Mastery. Blocked blaster shots are deflected super accurately, but they drain more damage. Drain more stamina. Wow. We definitely see stamina up there, and we're talking about draining damage. Alright, so anyway, with this one, like you see, you're blocking blasters more accurately. Like I talked about in my last Mastery of the Force segment, I don't really like putting on anything that's going to cause my stamina to get drained. To me, it's just not worth it. I think Luke has a lot of stamina to begin with, and he is fairly accurate already. I would definitely recommend it if you're going to do Hero Supremacy. You could probably take advantage of that, but for something like Heroes versus Villains or Showdown, there's a lot of blasters to deal with for Heroes versus Villains, so you may find it useful there. Probably don't need it for Showdown as much. I think you can outmaneuver. For me, I probably wouldn't run it just because of the stamina gain drain. I don't want anything making my stamina worse. Alright, next up we have Intensify. So every enemy trooper defeated or 200 damage to villains increases Luke's lightsaber damage by 2 to a maximum, and this effect resets when Luke is defeated. And you see his max damage can get put up by 36. I'm probably going to start running this perk myself. This looks incredibly useful because it can be fairly easy to get up to 200 damage. So if I remember correctly, Anakin's was to reduce his stamina, but this one for Luke allows him to increase his damage. That's pretty strong, especially considering how fast Luke swings. So needless to say, I would definitely recommend this one. Alright, next up we have Stronger Push. Push has a greater knockback. This is all off of preference. You see, once this is maxed out, you have an increased force push of 100%. Playing on maps where you can knock people off the edge, I know it's kind of cheap to throw people off the edge, but depending on the tactics that the other team is using, it may be useful to just knock someone off the edge, get that kill secured. You may have some villains trying to stack up on top of each other, like playing off a Phasma's droid and then standing on top of boss mines. So sometimes it does warrant being able to just knock people off the map. Now if you're playing Showdown, you may not want them getting knocked back as far, because that's going to make it tougher for you to string along some of your abilities. But for the other game modes, they could definitely be useful. Alright, next up we have Rush Immunity. So every rush makes Luke more resistant to damage for 3 seconds. This one looks incredibly useful. You see 15% damage reduction. This allows you to play a little more aggressive. If you think about it, let's say you have a couple enemies standing on top of Bosk and his mines. You can do a rush attack through those mines, take 15% less damage off of whatever would have been applied, and then continue fighting from there. Once again, you can't go wrong with this, and this is useful for every mode. Alright, following that we have Strong Repulse. Repulse has an increased area of effect, 30% more. This is a perfect tie-in for Epicenter, like you saw here at the start, where you get the bonus damage if they're within halfway of your radius. So for this one, it increases the area of effect, so you have a larger parameter to get that attack off with the bonus damage. So it's all up to your play style. If you want to put more into your Repulse, this would be the way to do it. Alright, then we have the Extended Push Reach. Referring to the Force Push, it has an increased area of effect, max of 30 for this one as well. So once again, if you're running Stronger Push, you get to knock them back further, and then your reach with the Force Push is increased, so now you don't have to be right next to that person you'll have more distance to hit them, and they'll still go further back. Once again, that if you're trying to knock people off the map, that's the way to do it. Or if you're just trying to get people away from you so you can heal up and give your ability some time to recharge, this would be the way to do it, because once again, you have a further reach on your force push, and then you're still going to knock them back to a max 100% further away. Alright, then we have Jedi Fighter. Luke's melee strikes and blaster reflections both drain less stamina. I like using this one. Now, you could probably get away with this and then having not rush immunity. Which one? Oh, right above it. Yeah, deflection mastery. So you could probably get away with running these two together, because you see here, the Jedi Fighter, you max this out, you get your stamina decreased by 35%. So if you're running deflection mastery, this is going to increase your stamina drainage by 10%. So you can negate that down. You'll have 25% decreased stamina while having more accurately deflected blaster shots. And that's going to be incredibly useful for supremacy. That will be useful for heroes versus villains. I'm probably showing that clip right now where I had that intro to a fight, and it was, I think, Kylo and Darth Maul standing on top of Captain Phasma. So yeah, Phasma shooting you and the droid trying to shoot you. And if I was running deflection mastery along with this, I could have stood there for much longer time, deflecting all that blaster back accurately to them. I know just in general though, for the melee strikes, Luke swings incredibly fast, so I'm trying to play off of that. If I knock somebody down, I know I can get 2 quick hits off and then still have a considerable amount of stamina. To me, this was useful regardless of your playstyle, because you can have somebody run up and start trying to shoot you with a blaster. If you have half of your stamina, you're going to maintain pretty well before you need to start evading to build your stamina back up. And we talked about it before, all the heroes, they get their stamina back incredibly quick. And last up, we have Jedi Reflexes. So Luke can do 1 extra rush, but the recharge time is slightly increased. Now, I know when I first started playing this was an ability I was running, and it helps. It's similar to Yoda, and of course we have to get to him on this series. We'll see if he gets voted next. In general, I know I have 3 rushes for Yoda. Similar to Darth Maul, I'm pretty sure I have 3 rushes for him. That's actually who I was trying to reference. So to get that 3rd one, most people won't be expecting it. By default, you get 2. That's what most people will anticipate. Until you show your hand that you've got a 3rd rush, that can be useful. And the recharge time isn't too much of a penalty when you get it maxed out. You just have to be a little more patient with this. What you're seeing with these star cards is that everything is paired well together. So you can put Jedi Reflexes with rush immunity. So now you get 15% damage reduction for 3 seconds every time you do your rush. And now you can have 3 rushes. Where Anakin's abilities are great at pairing together, Luke's star cards are great for pairing together to make him incredibly strong. So I'm probably going to switch mine up after having gone through them. All right, so that's going to cover his star cards. So now we'll go ahead and get into some matches. We've got Jedi and we've got Sith. Let's get right to it.
Of the galaxy, it is time to witness the fight of the century, the eternal conflict, the battle of battles.
Who is that? I sense him.
All right, Kylo, you want to fight back here? Kylo, you good? Watch it. That's not good.
Won't make it easy.
Gotta hit those hits off with them. There we go.
I bet that
All right,
Kylo Ren
who's
angry.
next? All right, Kenobi. Darth Maul managed to get his revenge. How about it?
Your leaders are corrupt.
Here we go.
On my way.
I tried to time that right. It was close. Very close. Rush. Watch the recoil. Dang it. Couldn't turn in time for that recoil. Oh, okay. Wow. That was interesting. All right.
Evil domination continues.
Here we go. My team. system is failing.
That Jedi is skywalking over the competition.
Step aside.
I hear you.
Alright, we've got Hawk Luke out here. Did I say that right? Hawk Luke? I feel like I said Hawk Luke at first. But yeah, we got Hawk Luke with the blue lightsaber. Gotta have a great match here. Throw this one on the Mastery of the Force episode. We'll see if it makes it there. Kylo. Alright, hit somebody else. Not the intended target. That's alright. As long as they're getting hit, that's what matters. Don't you frenzy. Don't you do it. Force push. Tried it. There we go. Slice and dice. Oh, watch that. Watch that. Caught Vader. Yeah, I don't play the other skins with Luke too much. At least not as enough as I probably should. I love that green lightsaber. Yeah, I've said it before. Red lightsaber is my favorite, then the green. And honestly, purple too. But Mace Windu, that's too iconic. Let me help him out. Am I gonna get a kill for that? Nope. Gotta go kill my nephew the old-fashioned way. Oh, spell. Oh, you actually tried to help me there. Watch it. We got Grievous. Let me back up. Alright, we got Boba Fett flying above us. They're all close. 2 hits. Watch those rockets. Knock Boba Fett back. Now we gotta watch out for Kylo. Jump. Oh, I'm gonna use that. Actually, no, I don't need more health. Well, I got full health, and I was about to say I need more health. I mean, it never hurts to have more health. I did forget that Yoda boosted me earlier, so that helps. Back it up. Want to do this? Yep, there we go. Back it up. Back it up. Not trying to stand in this corner, Luke. Kill your nephew. Go. No mercy. There we go.
Pick him up!
Alright, good block. Nope. Oh, we're swinging quick today, Luke. Very solid. Kill him. That'll do it. Skywalking on hose with the blue lightsaber. Oh, get there. Step up, Luke. Thank you. Oh, I needed that health back for those mines. Thank you. Only problem now, we gotta fight in this Doxus gas a little bit longer. Dash again. Pulse. Close. Vader refuses to die. Man. Watch out. Alright.
This is for my friends!
You're not the one that wanted to fight. Where's Vader? Oh, can we knock him off the edge? I tried it. Oh, I definitely tried that. Definitely tried it. Thank you. What do we have?
You're afraid. I sense it.
Oh, that works. Can you get over there, please? Hurry up. Get that health back. Vader's running over to help him. That's the only problem. Gotta keep my back to both of them, if possible. Jump around.
Nice aim.
Anakin, do you have your force pull? I was about to say, now's the time for it. Oh, you got up so lucky. Wow, that's lucky. Let's come around this way.
No more.
Get over there.
Stop you.
All hail the Dark Lord of kill streaks.
Just jump across him.
Recalibrate murderous instinct. You're only halfway there.
Cannot hide.
Do what you gotta do. Get off your mama. He's still not dead. Yeah, watch out. There's Boba Fett. Okay, swung through it. Oh, that's great. Yep, lightning and rockets. Cool. Let's get over there. Keep him in the corner. Get there. Nice. Slice and dice, Luke. That's so annoying. The jetpack just keeps going. Get out of here. That jetpack should be taking some damage as time goes on.
I'm coming.
Alright, here's the lightning again from a distance. Trying to fight someone else. That's fine. It's not that, it's Boba Fett. Force push. Jump over him. And he's running away from me. Why are you running away from me? Oh, you're waiting to get some teammates. Okay.
Over here.
Yep, that's what it was. Yeah, because you had me back over here. Could have 1v1. That's fine. Get your lightning help. Let's see. Let's watch it.
Rebellion won't stop.
Come on over here, Vader. Watch your force choke. I don't know if he's used it recently. That's the only problem. Have to figure that out. You running away again? Oh, there's that force choke. You don't want to run away. Come on, Vader. Get there.
Come with me, Father. Away from me.
There we go.
Anger
That's all right. We had a good match.
As Kylo Ren wins the match.
All right, so that's going to do it for the Mastery of the Force installment for Luke Skywalker. Hope you guys learned a lot and are ready to go out there and dominate on the battlefront. I'll post a poll probably tomorrow so we can start discussing who's going to be next. This archive of the Mastery of the Force is filling up. So now we've got Darth Vader, General Grievous, Darth Maul, Darth Tyrannus, Anakin Skywalker, and now Luke Skywalker. So we're starting to dwindle down. I know we got Kenobi, Yoda, Rey for the heroes, and then Kylo Ren and Palpatine for the villains. So we're down to our last 5. It's kind of remarkable how this series has gone. I'm still thinking of some ways to extend this series. Yeah, well, we'll get there when we get there. For right now, let's just continue to cover everybody till we finish this. But yep, like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you've learned a lot. Hit that like button and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you get upload alerts for all the gameplay on the channel. And I'll catch you guys next week for the next installment of our Mastery of the Force series.